So here's our on event for the click button. We're gonna create a on event listener for this element now. Easiest way to do this is to go to design, click on this bad boy, see where it says events, insert and show code. Okay, so this is all the way at the bottom, which is not a bad thing, Command X. And then, but I want to have it here where I've defined where I want it, Command V. So here's our on event listener, click button, console.log, click, right? So we can test this, but we know it works. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just leave it there in case I run into a problem. And then that way I can test whether or not the function is still working for whatever reason. As you can see, it's a good idea to do these kinds of things. So first I'm going to generate the button color. So var btn color, and it's going to be rgen hex. All right, make sure I put a semicolon at the end of that so that line 81 is happy. Right, it says that it's defined but not called. We're going to call it in a minute. Let's do var bg color equals, and this will be our gen RGB color. Then var, this will be our border color. So gen HSL. And just double check that by going up a bit. Yep, gen HSL colors. So semicolon, that. Now we're going to set properties to a bunch of stuff. So L lowercase set property. Right, set property click button. What are we changing its value? We're going to change its background color, and then we're going to change the color to BTN color. Right, set property. I'm just going to do the same thing. Just copy this. And this time I'm going to change, I can change the border color. To be not BTN color, but border color, right? Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a semicolon on both of these while we're at it. Okay, set property, and then last but not least, actually one more set property on click button, Command V, and click button, this is going to be text, and it's going to be the value of the button color. And then we're going to set the start screen background color. So Command V, and instead of click button, this is going to be for the element of start screen. Background color, not button color, but it's going to be BG. All right, semicolon after that. Let's take a look at what this does. So hit run, and we're gonna click here. And so look, see, we've got 3 different colors. They've all been generated by their various functions. If I click it again, it does the same, it does the same, it does the same, right? So let's say I come across a color combination that I particularly like. I want to click this button and find out what those other colors are. right? I already know what the hexadecimal value for this item is. I want to know, like, what is the color value for the border? What is the color value for the background, etc., etc. So let's do that now. So remember how I have those colors up top? I'm going to just say instead of var, we don't, because we're going to be setting those global variables. Color 1 is going to be equal to btn color. Color 2 is going to be equal to bg color. And then color 3 is going to be equal to our border color. Okay. So all of these guys have their values. I can, like, once this has been run, I can go get those values and check them out. So let's do that. Reset, run. I'm going to click one of these guys, and if I just type color 1 in the console, it's going to give me the current value, right? That's our hexadecimal value. We can do the same thing for color 2. All right, there's our RGB value. And we can do the same thing for color 3. And that's our HSL value. The only way I can access those colors globally through the console is because those guys are set at the global level. That means they're not inside of a function. That means I can access them from wherever I want. Okay, so now that I've done that, when I click this button over here, this one that says Export Color Codes, I'm gonna have it set those values or take those values and put them on the following screen. So first off, let's go ahead and stop this. Let's go to our design. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and click this guy. Okay. So the name of my button is Export. When Export gets clicked, what do I want it to do? Command X. I'm going to put it right up here. Command V. First off, I want it to set those values in that that screen and then have it go to the screen itself. I don't want to have any sort of delay. So let's go to colors screen so that we can look at our different elements and their IDs. So ID color 1, we're going to set the property. Actually, yes. Color 1. So let's do set property again. In fact, I'll just grab these guys. I'll just grab this first one. And then set property, and it's not click button, it's going to be color 1. Actually, color 1 dash color will set the background color of that element. That's right below it. Color 1 dash color. All right. I'm going to do these first two items. I'll just copy this again. And it's not color BTN color because it doesn't have access to that. So this little warning over here, button color has not been declared yet. Well, yes, it has. It's just been declared locally in a different function. So we need color 1. I'm going to just copy this guy right here because I'm going to do the same thing with the text. Command C, Command V. Okay. So this is going to be text. And this is not going to be color 1 color, it's just going to be color 1 text. All right, so color 1 is the name of our ID, and we want it to say color 1 And actually, I want it to say :1:space plus color. So now that I have that established with these two guys, I can just copy them, Command C, Command V, and just change color 1, this one, all right, color 2. Just change all my 1s to 2s. So change this color 1 to color 2. Change this guy, color 2. Okay, and then last but not least, we can do the same thing with these guys and just change them to 3. Now that I've done all that, I want to set screen. So set screen. If we just click here and double quotes and colors screen. Colors dash screen. So now let's try this. Go back here, hit run. Let's first get some colors, right? Otherwise, we're going to go to a screen that has no colors. That's not terrible. So let's try this. So we go to Export Color Codes. Here we are. Color 1 is our hexadecimal value. Color 2 is our RGB value. Color 3 is our HSL value. And there we have it, right? Right now we don't have a back to home button. Maybe we want to. Let's do that. Reset. Hit design. Color screen. This is the button I want to click. Insert and show code. Now I have my home button. All right. So here's where I'm just going to go ahead and take the set screen, copy that. Go here. Let's go ahead and comment this guy out. Enter. Actually, don't need that many spaces there, but I want to create some space from the bottom. Okay. Command V, and instead of colors screen, it is start. Okay. So now let's take a look at what this looks like. Run. And I'll hit click here to get some colors. Right, so let's say I like this one. I'll hit Export Color Codes. And so we can see our 3 color values. If I hit back to home, it looks the same. So we can do that. We can just leave it there like that. There's other ways that we can do things. We can challenge ourselves. Maybe we want to have it reset any of the original colors, right? So we can use things like get property to get those values from those items so that when we go back to the home page, it's reset. That's up to you. I want to challenge you guys. Push yourselves to get a little bit better, to do something with this code. Do some experimentation, do something. I will write down the challenges or potential challenges for you guys. You only need to do one of them, and that's it. So if you have any questions about this code, let me know. And in the meanwhile, happy coding, everyone. I'll see you in class.